Hello, hello. Welcome to this week's Wi-Fi Wednesdays. Going to give everybody a few minutes to just jump into the chat room here today. Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon. And I want to welcome everybody to Wi-Fi Wednesday. It's going to give everybody, again, a minute or so to jump into the chat. I want everyone to type in if you can hear my voice loud and clear and you can see my screen. And heck, why not? I'll jump on video this week. You know, some weeks I go on video, some weeks I don't. Fix my hair a little bit here. But yeah, you know, this week I'll go on video a little bit. Actually, I want to show you guys what I picked up here. It's the all-new iPhone X. It's a pretty cool device, to be honest. You know, after using this for quite a bit of time, about a week or so, my old phone kind of feels ancient to me, to be honest. Like, you know, looking at the iPhone 7 Plus, which is, you know, still a great device when comparing it to this bad boy. You know, this, as you can see, the smaller form factor and almost, you know, I think bigger screen diagonally. So it is pretty cool. And for those mobile marketers on the call, you know that you can actually now tap on that camera, pull up the camera directly and scan a QR code right now natively with one tap. So I actually had a question in the group happen recently that someone was asking if people still use QR codes. The answer is yes. And a lot more people are using QR codes now because you can literally just, you know, tap on any phone. You can slide, you know, swipe with the iPhone 7. You know, here's the iPhone 7 Plus. And I can just swipe, pull up my camera and scan any QR code automatically. So that's just another little thing to add if you have iOS 11 or higher, that will work. All right, cool. So let me also share this with our Facebook group, our good buddies in the Facebook group. Let me just do that right now, and we will kick things off this week in just a moment or so. And also, if you have any questions, feel free to click on the Q&A tab or the questions tab and ask a question in there. At the very end, I'm going to leave some time for the AMA or Ask Me Anything, and I'll go through all of these questions for you. All right, it's just chugging away here on Zoom. It's taking some time to pull up the Facebook feed. Just give it about a few seconds. It's still loading. I'll actually show you guys. For those who are interested, I had some people ask, you know, how I do this. So basically, I use Zoom directly. It's a Zoom streaming service, so you can set it up. And if you're using the webinar account, so you need, like, you know, an actual normal program, a normal plan, and then you have the webinar add-on, you can then, here, unable to access Facebook, refresh the screen. So what you can do is with one click, it pulls up this cool tab. As you see, it's very easy to do. Wi-Fi Wednesdays. I will share it in a group. And then over here, I choose which group I want to use. It's Wi-Fi Marketing Experts. And then I click on Go Live. And now I should be live in the Facebook group. So hello to everyone in the My Wi-Fi Marketing Experts Facebook group. My name is Kevin Z, founder and CEO of My Wi-Fi Networks. And let's get things kicked off with this week's Wi-Fi Wednesdays. So this is, again, the home of the 30-day Wi-Fi challenge. And actually, let me mute this. That just started playing in the background. There we go. I'll actually kill that off. And welcome everyone to Wi-Fi Wednesdays. We'll have office hours a little bit later where I'm going to answer all of your questions. I'll do some live Q&A, some sales training, a lot of new features. Again, this week, as you know, our developers are working really hard in developing some amazing new features and add-ons to the platform. And I think this week is no exception. We have some amazing new announcements lined up. So make sure you stay, you know, dialed in for the next 10, 15 minutes. I'm going to kind of run through all of the new announcements, and then I'm going to do the Q&A at the end. I realize that every week I've been going on for about an hour or so, which is awesome and great. But if you're catching up and watching replays, it's a lot to catch up on. So from now on, I'm going to kind of compress them to begin with. And then if I need to stay on later and answer some questions, I'm more than happy to do so. So a recap from last week, in case you missed it, we launched a huge new inactive automation. What that means is that on the automation tab in our platform, you can now trigger an inactive trigger. So it actually is a trigger that's not a trigger. In a way, you know, if somebody does not come back in a certain amount of time, that's when it triggers. Versus the other triggers that really happen when somebody comes and either connects or disconnect. This allows you to send an automation or run a trigger or send you know, any kind of notification to the client after X amount of times of the client not returning. So where does this come in handy? If you want to do any loyalty or retention, if you tell the client, hey, it's been a while, I haven't seen you in X amount of days, why don't you come back and get a free soda, whatever it is, or we want you back, kind of same thing. You can offer a buy one, get one free offer. So for example, if your client wants to keep somebody loyal and has them coming back. If it's a low ticket item, like, kind of food or anything with a low cost, you can do this really easily and pitch this to your client, because once they hear about this idea, it might be that thing that says, you know what, great, let's try this out. Let's do it. Let's run your pilot. And then from there, show them the results. And that's how it, how it sells. You can also do service reminders. So for haircuts, for oil change, for chiros and dentists, we had the request come through, and it's also in our roadmap to increase the time of that, or even allow a custom time perhaps in the future, so that you can specify exactly a certain amount of days after somebody has not come back to automatically send them a notification. So that's awesome. Also, what we announced last week are now all of our packing slips when we ship our SH100. For those of you who don't know what that is this device right here. So this SH100 now gets shipped with a white label packing slip. It looks just like that on the screen. It says Social Wi-Fi Marketing Services with a generic Wi-Fi logo. So you can drop ship this to your client. And if you use the same email, your email on the order, when you order through Shopify, as you have as the login, the email login as you have in our platform or your dashboard, we will automatically add the MAC address. You see every device has this MAC address. We'll automatically add that to your account, and then you can assign it to any location you want. We also launched the new branding preview template. So in the branding section, show you where that's found. So when you log into your dashboard over here on the left-hand side under branding, you can set a default campaign. So what this does is, after you create a campaign in Campaigns and you save that as a default, whatever you'd like, you can come down over here and choose a default campaign to use for your previews or any new campaign that you create. Actually, it's more for your previews. When you do a /P or any of the preview stuff in our CRM, it will use this default campaign as a starting point. So in here, you can customize your legal, your colors, your text, whatever you want, and will all be automatically saved every time you create a new preview. Okay, so that is the new preview template we also launched, and our lead notes in the CRM. Not going to run through this preview again. If you missed it, you can watch last week. I go much slower through all of these features, but you can add notes when you add a new preview or a new client, or when somebody actually fills it out and they're on your lead list and you edit that, you can also edit notes in there. Cool. So new this week, some huge announcements we have this week is we had this request. We have our new quick report. So our all new quick report is now live, and you can create that as a sub-user. So you can give sub-user access to that. But now if you create a sub-user access and you give them just access to the quick report, they're going to bypass everything else and go right deep into that quick report only. And now we have this little tab that you can click to make it read only. So specifically, we had some requests. Well, quick reports are great, but we don't want clients going in and editing the campaign or changing anything that we've set up for them. No problem. Now all you do is click on read only. And when this user goes in and gets that access or permissions access to the quick report for the location on a location to location basis, then it will only allow them to view the reports and export the data, stuff like that. They cannot edit anything. They cannot change the campaign at all. So this disables campaign editor for specific sub-users. I'll show you where that is specifically in the dashboard. So under sub-users over here, if let's say I have this demo account here, I wanted to create a new sub-user, and I'll fill all this information in. But then on permissions, under quick report, I can choose the location I want to give them access to, and then I can choose read only. And when that person logs in, they will only get access to the quick report and not able to edit anything. If I wanted to add other access levels, they'll get the login that looks similar to this. So they'll have the left-hand menu with the quick report listed. And then when they click on that, they'll be able to dive in and view the actual quick report. For those who also missed what this quick report looks like, let me show you quickly. In the dashboard here, actually, let me pull out another campaign that is a little bit more populated. That's just one of our test accounts. I'll dive in over here and show you some real data from the timeline. So for example, one of our partners will have their whole thing listed here. If I view the quick report over here, I'm able to see the exact information about them. I can see the number of clients online. I can see the user profile and all that stuff. I can also see all my contacts. Also, something new that we added is the ability to export this data. So now you can export as a CSV directly from this quick report. All that's good. And what actually happens is, let me pull up one. This actually used a V1 campaign. That's why that preview is not there. But I will pull up one that is using more of an updated version. So over here again, yeah, I pulled one again with no data. I don't have anyone's plan to show you. I just actually decided to jump in there myself quickly. But basically what that does is it allows you to allow the clients to view the quick report on a read-only basis. We also added new footer branding. So over here, if you wanted to change the footer or the layout of your campaigns and you wanted to have your logo or powered by your company, the actual footer text, and then another support line where you can put a support phone number or some legal text if you'd like. All of this is now available in the campaign editor. Let me show you where that is. So under campaigns, if you click on new campaign or edit campaign, they'll be available in all your existing ones as well. And under here, after you choose a layout, you can now choose your footer. So you can modify your footer to say powered by whatever. You can have your support text being like, copyright, whatever you'd like. And you can also add a footer image, which is really nice because now you can take whatever image you'd like, pop it in here, and it will be listed on the footer. Now we're going to make this a little bit smaller and tighter, but this allows you to have a powered by on your page. And a little tip, actually, if you're doing this, is that you should update your preview campaign. So your default template that you use for your previews, you should go in right now and edit your company name, your company logo, your company disclaimer, or footer, or support, whatever you'd like in there, because from now on, any previews you create can now take advantage of this new footer. So you can have your company there, powered by your company. And for a preview, you can also have a call to action down here. So you can use it for something it's not meant to be for, but you can say, hey, please call us to get yours today or whatever it is. That's just for your previews. Obviously, when you convert it and you edit it, you'll take that out, but that's just for the previews as you generate them on the fly. So we also launched the ability to block users a few weeks ago. So here, if anybody abuses your system, you simply go to the quick report or you go to the timeline, you edit the user profile, the social user profile, and you click on block. That allows you to block users instantly. But now we also added another cool feature that allows you to whitelist or blacklist certain MAC addresses. So we've had questions where, let's say you have, and now I don't recommend to plug a POS system into this, but if you have a device or something that needs to use this public Wi-Fi or this guest Wi-Fi that you're setting up, and you don't want that device to get a splash page or to be prompted, you want to just kind of bypass that whole authentication and just give open access to that specific device. All you do is get the MAC address for that device. So use this following format, 2 digits, colon 2 digits, and so forth. You get the exact MAC address, the same one that is kind of found on the back of this, but you get the device. So let's say you want to use the owner's cell phone, for example. The owner does not want to have to log in with Facebook all the time. The owner just wants their cell phone to be able to access that same Wi-Fi without getting that captive portal. What you do is get the MAC address of the owner's cell phone, paste that right in here, and then next time that user tries to connect to the network, they will bypass the captive portal and just use the internet directly. Same goes with Blacklist. If you just want to totally block a device, let's say somebody's abusing it, and you can do it through block, but if you want to kind of disable the ability for anyone to ever try to connect, for example, employees, whatever it is, before they even try, hey, what's your MAC address? I want to block you. I mean, that's a little extreme, but you can do that here through the whitelist and blacklist. Okay, so just make sure you paste it in with this exact format, and you can paste in multiple items over here, and that will work great. So another huge update that we launched, it's something we've been working on for a very long time, is a DNS Content Filter. So if you're wondering what a DNS Content Filter is, a DNS, the example is, for those of you who don't even know what DNS is, just go Google it and learn what a DNS is. Like a couple of YouTube videos, they'll tell you what it is. But basically, every computer on the internet has an IP address. But when you go to sites like google.com or cnn.com or gmail.com, it uses a DNS to look up the IP address of the site that you're looking, or the computer you're looking to access, the server. So when I go visit google.com, the DNS will look up, hey, what IP address is Google using? And then it'll respond with my message. So what this allows is, by blocking the content filter and not allowing the users to open up certain sites, such as adult material, pirated software, hacking websites, phishing websites, illegal drugs, torrents, whatever it is, you can now block access to that. So number one, it's a huge benefit and a massive selling point to anybody that wants to offer free Wi-Fi by literally blocking anything that could get them in legal trouble, but also being able to offer some really cool sales points when it comes to blocking the network. And not only that, I mean, you keep everybody safer because it blocks illicit websites, a lot of known sites that have viruses that are known to us and on our filters. We'll just block them completely. So here's how it works. We have certain content filters and categories that we are blocking right now. So what we're currently blocking is like dating sites, gambling sites, weapons, adult content, media sharing, P2P, illegal torrent stuff, alcohol and tobacco, hacking and cracking, forums that take up a lot of space, and some real estate sites. Now, we eventually are going to give everyone the ability to edit these categories themselves, but right now we have a global blanket that really allows us to control exactly what can be accessed and cannot be accessed on the network. We also automatically block all kinds of funky stuff that could get you and your clients in trouble. No more. So right now we block all botnets. So botnets are really some bots that go between infected machines and can spread viruses. So we block any requests for that. We also block malware. So any malicious software, including drop servers or compromised websites that are used for hacking or downloading of torrents or illegal software and stuff like that. We also block any websites that are known for phishing. So any fraudulent websites aimed to trick users, like those fake Google sites, or there's fake banking sites that log into your Bank of America website. What's your bank card and your password? I mean, if it's known to the servers and it's been reported, we'll block that automatically. In addition, we allow a proxy and filter avoidance. So a lot of sites will use a proxy or kind of like a backdoor to allow you to still access those sites without us being blocked. So we block those sites to kind of stop that from happening. And we also block a lot of translation sites that are also used typically where you type in a website to another site. It's kind of a reverse VPN thing where you're able to, reverse proxy thing, where you're able to actually load that content through the translation site. We block that also. Another cool, awesome feature about this is that we enable and we force certain Google searches. So we enforce Google Safe Search, we enforce Bing Safe Search, and we also are running YouTube in restricted mode. So there's actually a story a couple of days ago how YouTube is no longer kid-friendly. There's like all these like crazy videos that are like aimed towards kids, but they have adult content. So that's like really scary for families to use. And a big benefit is when you're talking to your family restaurant clients or any clients that have public, potentially kids or anyone, you can now sell this as, hey, number one, not only the captive portal, social Wi-Fi, generate login details, all that stuff, great. This now allows you to block content. So if you ever had a concern about illegal stuff or things that people should not be seeing, this now allows that owner and operator or you to allow your clients to own and operate their Wi-Fi network with total security. So just an example of what Google Safe Search is. So on the left, you'll see here a search that we tested here, just searching for the word porn on Google. And you'll see, look at these results. So porn videos, Pornhub, free porn, sex, YouTube, XXX pics. Now these are all, porn stars, like deep links to things like that, right? Sorry about that. But anyways, when you enable Google Safe Search, when you search for the same word porn, what do you get? You get porn addiction, side effects. You get, in 2017, here's a story or a report that happened. None of this dirty stuff, okay? Only the clean stuff. So even if you search for anything on Google, even the results will be filtered. That works also on Bing and on YouTube. And now, if you go to a site that's not allowed, for example, if you saw that result or you try to go to like a site like, let's say, Pornhub or something that's blocked, this is what you're going to see. So the domain is blocked due to a network filtering policy. We also flag this and tag it and log it. So you have all this here. The bypass is not important now. We're not really allowing anyone to do that. But over here, we allow you to really track and see exactly what's happening. But more importantly, your networks are now safe automatically with our DNS filter. Now, the cool thing about this is now that we're running in beta mode initially, we're going to be offering the DNS filter included right into the SH100 device. So if you have the SH100 device or any one of these that you buy for $49 from our store, you plug these in. Not only do they have full social Wi-Fi capabilities, they're fully white labeled. They have presence analytics, so they're scanning. I didn't even cover that, and we talked about that so often. That'll actually scan the networks and see exactly who's a visitor, who's a passerby, how many people are around. That's like a $2,000 device typically, but now for $49. And now we also have the DNS filter and content filter built in directly into this SH100 device. Okay, these can be found at our store, shop.mywifi.io, or if you go into our platform on the top over here, there's the shop button here. You can click right there and order these now. Now they have DNS filters built right in. So now by plugging this into any traditional Comcast, Verizon, Cox, AT&T, whatever network you have now a built-in content filter happening in addition to the presence analytics, in addition to offering your social Wi-Fi captive portal. So this is now available in beta. Anyone who is a legacy partner or an agency or network partner will have access to this now in your dashboards. So here's how to enable the DNS filter for your SH100 devices right now. Number one, you have to upgrade your devices. So I made an announcement in the Facebook group late last week. So here's how you do that. If you see this yellow button called Upgrade Available inside devices, so what you do here is you go to your devices section, and you're going to see some of your SH100 devices are going to have an Upgrade Available button. Okay, if you see this Upgrade Available button, all you do is you click on Edit this device, you click on Upgrade Firmware, and you click on Confirm Upgrade. Okay, once you do that, in about 2 or 3 minutes, your device will automatically download a new bin file, will automatically install that firmware, will automatically reboot itself, and you'll see it again, green, online, now up to date, now with DNS filtering, with the ability to enable it. And I'll show you how to do that in a second, but you need to upgrade in order for the DNS filter to work. Okay, now the majority of you that have the SH100s right now are going to see this yellow tag over here. So if you see this yellow tag, firmware upgrade available or upgrade available, click on edits, click on upgrade firmware, and you are all good to go. Now, some of you will not see that actual yellow button there, but instead, when you open up your device settings, you're going to see a manual firmware upgrade available. Now, the reason we have this is because in certain cases, we are not able to remotely upgrade your device. Because the DNS filter does some things with DNS lookups, we have to have you manually update this. Now, again, this does not affect everybody. And just to clarify, this is optional. So you don't have to do this only if you want to enable the DNS filter. Do you want to do this? You still have presence. You still have everything that we've had before. Only if you see the manual firmware upgrade available, do you want to follow these steps. So you want to go to our support site. If you want the instructions, you go to support and search for SH100 manual firmware upgrade. And let me just show you where that is right over here. So I can actually just find it directly. I go to devices and hardware, and I look for the manual firmware upgrade, not the recovery. Recovery is only if your device is dysfunctional. There's a way to recover it. But if it is manual, you simply click over here, and all you see over here is if you do see that manual firmware upgrade available message, follow these steps. So first you want to click here and download the latest firmware. So you click there and download our latest firmware directly from our servers. Second, you connect your computer to the LAN port. So you connect your computer directly to one of these yellow ports over here. You set a static IP to your computer and then connect directly to the device. You click on Choose File. So this is a button over here, Choose File. Select your bin file, then click on Update Firmware. This whole process really only takes about 2 minutes. And again, this is not for anybody, not for everybody, and this is only if you want to update to the new DNS filter. Again, the majority of you guys are going to have the update available, upgrade available. That is a remote upgrade. You don't have to do anything manually. If you do see this, however, please follow these steps. It really takes about 2 minutes or so. And after that, you'll be able to upgrade automatically moving forward. And then once you have that done, once you've upgraded your devices, then you enable the DNS filter for the SH100 in the dashboard. So where you find that is under Location, Options, and Content Filter. You go down over here and you click on On. That's all you do, and then click on Save. Once that is on, it takes a few minutes to enable it, and then you'll start blocking all of the funky requests and all the bad stuff that you do not want your public guest users to be using at your Wi-Fi hotspots. Okay, so we'll be covering that in more detail next time. I will be doing a training video on that and putting that in the support group, but really it is that easy. All you need to do is upgrade your firmware, make sure you're running the latest update, and then go into devices. And it will let you know if you do not have your updated firmware, or if you don't have a compatible device, you'll see a red message here. It will not allow you to turn it on. But if you do have an updated SH100, then all you do is go here, enable content filter. And in beta mode, we're offering this at no additional charge for our legacy users. Now, depending on how our activity goes, we might be charging a nominal fee for this moving forward. But for now, anyone who enables it as a legacy partner or as a network or our agency partner will be able to enable their DNS filter right now in your dashboards. Okay, so also we just passed the first of the month, which was last week, just after the Wi-Fi Wednesdays. But those who have not yet started, it's a great time to start your 30-day Wi-Fi challenge. Again, this is designed to help you get your first client in the first 30 days guaranteed. If you missed that, I encourage you to go into our Facebook group and watch the replays. So where to find those is go to Facebook. Then right inside Facebook, go into our Wi-Fi Marketing Experts group. And then left here, you'll see videos. And under videos, you'll see all of our Wi-Fi Wednesdays. And I believe the one is just around here. It was on November 1st or so, but you can find those here. And all these are awesome. Definitely walk through them. I'm going to be recording a new short video, actually, hopefully later today, on a very short, quick start for the 30-day Wi-Fi challenge. So keep an eye out for that. It'd be like, a short 5-minute video of the steps you need to take today to be able to get your first client in 30 days guaranteed. And then after that, obviously, we meet every Wednesday. We want to hear your feedback, want to hear success stories in that post in the group. And we want to also make sure that you have everything you need. So if you do never kind of feel lost or never feel that you have questions unanswered, if it's any questions specific to you or your brand or your company or your platform, please visit support.mywifi.io. We have support staff literally standing by and waiting for your questions right over here. Click there, start a conversation with us, tell us exactly what you need. We have Charles, Thomas, and Al waiting for you guys right now to help you. So please go do that if you have any questions about your specific dashboard. But also, we want you to qualify, show and sell, and upsell. That's what we cover in the 30-day Wi-Fi challenge. I'll be doing that short video that kind of runs through that whole process. Or you can feel free to watch the original Wi-Fi challenge from November 1st. That kind of walks through the whole process there. So now I see we have a bunch of questions that have come through on the Q&A. So let me get through them now. And thank you for everyone who's stuck with us and watched it. I want to really kind of blast through it quick. And now I'll have some time to slow down and answer some of your questions. So Brian's asking, where are birthdays shown if collected via Facebook or email login? So let me show you where that is found. And then yes, we are going to be adding a birthday automation. That's part of our development roadmap. So we'll be able to trigger messages specifically on people's birthdays. So you set it up once as an automation. Anytime that birthday hits that exact day, a month and day, we'll be able to send a notification. But where you find that is on the social user profile. So not everyone has a birthday listed. You kind of need somebody who has come through Facebook and has also added their birthday. In this case, we do not have a birthday listed, but it would be listed here. Let me just look if there's somebody who has added one. You can find it in a few places. So number one, social user profile. You'll find it here. So once they add it, if they do add their birthday, it will be there. But you can also kind of check it out on the quick report. So if you're viewing your data here, and here's an example of contacts. And let me actually just pull this up again. So here's the Toby's estate. This is what the quick report looks like. So we have the nice dashboard over here. And then we also have under contacts, you'll see over here, if the birthday is listed, you'll see it listed over here, right over here as well. So that's where you can find it all. And just looking at the next question here. Augustin's asking if we can do a redirect after X amount of minutes. That's a very bad user experience, not recommended. So what I recommend is that somebody logs in, you engage them with your interstitial ad, and then you show a thank you page, and then you redirect them to the page you want, and then give them their access. And then your follow-up should really happen via email or SMS after the fact. Bob is thanking us for updating and supporting the products. Thank you so much. Anytime, Bob, that's what we're here for. One less thing to worry about. So yes, thank you. That's what we're working for. So no need to buy new SH100s if you don't want. Now, if you want them to be updated automatically, yes. Now you can do the automatic update and you'll update to the latest version. If you see the manual upgrade available, just follow the steps and support. It takes a few minutes and you will be up to date. Ed wants to know more about the scanning feature of the SH100, how it locates people. Yeah, I can quickly go into that. I mean, we cover that in Presence Analytics, and actually, let me just show you where to find more about that. I'm not going to go too deep into it now, but if you search for Presence over here, what is Presence Analytics? You can check that out, and you can actually check out over here Presence Analytics for the SH100. So highly recommend you go through this and read it. What this does is if you enable it, so what you do is you go into your device, the SH100, make sure it's updated, click on Edit Device, and then down over here, click on and turn on Presence Analytics, and then click on Update. Then after, when you go to Locations, your location and Presence Analytics, you're going to see a chart that looks like this. You're going to see in real time how many people are passing by, are visiting, or are connected, and you can also see the range of the past day, past week, past month, and you can break that down and view it. We're going to be adding all of this data as well to the quick report very shortly, but now you can view all of this Presence Analytics directly inside the Locations tab. So Nadine's asking, is the data theirs or your agency? Well, depending on how you set that up. If you sign up with us, it's all your data. It's all your system. So if you set this, license it out to your clients, anyone that connects is technically your client. You have to have an agreement with your client, depending on how that works. But technically, you own all the data of the clients that are connecting to your own network. Lorraine's asking, what is the best way to respond to clients who do not have Wi-Fi? We cover that in our members area. Let me show you where that is. Actually, I'll show you it again here. So right inside, let's just log out of here and I'll dive into the actual user dashboard. So inside your white labels or your dashboard, once you log in on the top here, you'll see a members area section. So right here under members area, and I think I can just search like without. And yeah, targeting businesses without Wi-Fi. So here's where you want to go. There's the intro, identifying common pain points, providing a solution. Here's all the questions you want to ask. And we're going to be improving this as we go along. We have different questions to ask, different ways to approach sales. Here's a great list of stats you can share with the client as well. You're not offering Wi-Fi. That's crazy. Do you know that 62% of local businesses spend more time in your store if you offer Wi-Fi? Oh, wow. Let's go do it. So here's where you get all of these things, and then also how to handle objections. If they're like, well, why offer free Wi-Fi? I leave my network vulnerable. Well, not anymore. And especially now with our DNS filter, you actually make it way tighter. So that's a huge benefit that you need to tell your clients about. Bob says, love the new dashboard. Thank you, Bob. Appreciate it. Todd, if you want to chat with support about that, we can take a look. Michael's asking if we allow you to add in your own manual content. No, the way that we work is we scrape through, we don't scrape, bad word, but we integrate with Facebook and with Twilio and with suppliers like that to capture details and then send back messages to the client based on the details that we get. So Twilio is used to send SMS messages, but Facebook and Twitter and email is used to capture and validate user data that is entered in. So we don't really ever want somebody to type in the user's email address. That defeats the purpose of it. You really want it to be automatically taken from Facebook and other social networks. Suino is asking if we're going to add more reports. Yes, it's actually next on our roadmap, all new analytics and reports. We're going to be fleshing out all of the analytics dashboards to give you a lot more data and views on different kind of analytics of analyzing people that are connecting to your networks. Steve's wondering that when selling, does it work best to pretend it's your own software or to let them know that you are a reseller? That's totally up to you. If you're a local guy and they will look at you and be like, hey, no, I don't mean to disrespect Steve, but like, hey, how did Steve build this platform? This is like a really powerful platform. It's really huge. Like Steve, it's small business. I don't think he owns it. So you don't want to come across as like not being honest, right? So if you might say, like, I'd be totally open with you saying, look, we run it. We have a complete white label and the rights to operate in this area. And we're using this very trusted platform to offer it to you at a huge discount. And that usually works best to sell to clients because then you have some, accountability and you also get some credibility, I should say, for that. Nadine's wondering, where are the Facebook Messenger links? Everything, guys, if you ever have a question about where something is, just go to support and search is your friend. Okay, so I'm going to just type in Messenger over here, and I'm going to see create a Facebook Messenger integration. Then these are the steps to use Facebook Messenger as a login option, which is also huge and new, recently new, that allows you to log in, allows users, guest users to log in using Facebook Messenger, and this can then trigger a bot or an automated follow-up sequence to then massage that relationship. So this is huge, guys. If any of you guys have anything to do with chatbots or Facebook Messenger, go take a look at this article. Again, just go to our support site and search for Messenger, read the article, go through it all. If you have any questions, contact support on the chat bubble over here. Anytime, guys, all the guys saying thank you, appreciate it. Thank you guys for being partners. So Blake's wondering, you had a couple guests at one location that didn't provide a name or email or they were allowed to access it. Well, you either have guest access enabled or somebody is going through Facebook and actually physically saying, I do not want to share any information and logging in confidentially. And you can disable that if you'd like, but that shouldn't be a problem. If you see it happening more often, contact support, but we've never really seen that happen before. So yeah, somebody might be just bypassing it. If you have guest option or bypass available, then we don't collect any information. We just let the user write in. Michael's wondering about the new T&Cs. Yes, we're going to be adding that probably later today, maybe, if not tomorrow. So we'll be notifying you all about that. And that's just the new privacy policy and new terms of service that when people connect to your guest network, we had our lawyer redo it. And it's just really tighter, much better. And it's something that we're going to allow you guys to use as well for your own hotspots. Yes, a lot more on the presence, a lot new updated charts and graphs and data coming very soon for all that. So I see some also questions that came in chat, not as questions. I'm going to take a look at these now quick. Yeah, to learn anything about the SH100 or the presence or the DNS filter, just go right into the support and search for SH100. You'll find it. That's great. A lot of you guys saying that you have 2-3 clients. You just started. One guy over here, John says he has 4 clients in his first week. So awesome, John. That's great to hear. And yes, so also the questions about presence analytics, watch the video, go through. Really, it's analyzing the amount of people that walk by a location that are near a location and then analyzing that data after a certain amount of time. So you can figure out what the busiest time of day is at a business, and then that kind of helps you define when you should do or not do certain promotions. It really helps a local business owner, and similar technology costs thousands of dollars. We now enable all that and include it right here with the SH100. Yeah, more information on cloud controllers and larger venues. We integrate with Aruba, Meraki, OpenMesh, Xeris, all the big guys. So if you have any larger opportunities, feel free to chat with our support team. We can help guide you on how to get started with all of that. And again, I can't stress enough, if you have any questions at all, visit support.mywifi.io. If we do not have a support article or video on something that you're looking for, open up the chat bubble and say, hey, Kevin, please make a video on this. Okay, I will make a video for you and post it in the group. And post on the support site. But sometimes we don't know what we don't know. So if there's a video specifically that you're like, you know what, I could really use a video on how this works, just go over here to a new conversation and say, hey, Kevin, I want a video showing, and then just be descriptive, and I will go record a video for you and then post it as an article here so that you can be helped out, and hopefully others that might have the same question as you will also be helped out as well. Bob, we're going to be doing another video on specifically for the AIO partners separately, all kinds of training that will help answer that question for you. All right, guys, I think a lot of the questions have dried up. So I hope this has been very helpful to you. If it has, please post in the Facebook group. Let me know if this has been beneficial for you. Also, let me know if there's anything that I did not cover that you want me to cover next time. I'll be more than happy to dive into it. And again, make sure you update your SH100s. Just to clarify, the final question from Brian, the presence analytics and the DNS filter is only available on the SH100s, okay? The cloud controllers have their own filters. Usually Cisco has OpenDNS and Meraki. OpenMesh has their own thing as well. So that's all done on the cloud controller side. If you're using TP-Link, TP-Link is just straight up social login. If you, however, want presence analytics and you want the DNS filter, you got to go with the SH100. These are available in our store. Let me again show you guys, of those who are wondering where to pick these up. You can go right inside your dashboard, right at the top over here. Click on Shop Now. Okay, that'll open up our store. Over here is where you see it. This all has DNS filter built in. I'm actually going to update this. I have new presence analytics, but I'm going to add new DNS filter now enabled out of the box. And what you do here is you say how many you want. Cool thing is if you order, you spend more than $99, you get free shipping. So here I'm getting 3 for $147 shipped to me at no additional charge. I recommend, honestly, guys, if you're interested, just add 10 to your cart, free shipping anyways. For 10 for under $500, including shipping. Think about this. You're probably going to break even on that. You're going to make $500 in your setup fee for the one device. That means you have now 9 devices that you can take, give away for free if you want, plug in, and then secure long-term monthly recurring revenue. That is what the name of the game is. And this allows you to do it for a super cost-effective way. So again, if you have any questions about any of this stuff, visit support.mywifi.io. If you want to post anything about sales or marketing or success-oriented stuff, go into the Facebook group. That's what it's for. It's to rally everybody and get some ideas flowing. If it's about something you have for your personal accounts or some help that you need directly, don't bother anyone else to take time out of a busy day to help you in the Facebook group. Our support team is paid to help you. So please go in there and make sure you ask them the right questions, and they will give you the right answers. Okay, so thank you to everybody who is watching this live. Also, thank you to everybody in the Facebook group, and also maybe you're watching this in the replay. Appreciate you all being partners, and I look forward to the next Wi-Fi Wednesdays. And any questions in the interim, please do let me know, and I'll be sure to record those extra videos I talked about and post them both here in the Facebook group and on our support site. Thanks, everyone. Take care, and we'll see you soon. Bye-bye.